we can hear you in comfort. Okay, I think live streaming should be on now.
Yeah, it's on.
It's on. All right.
Hi there.
Hello, Ravi Chandra. Ravi, lovely to see you, sir.
Thank you. It was a bit confusing because I was waiting for a link. I didn't realize, that you posted online here on Facebook.
Yeah. On Facebook, you're not with us on WhatsApp. Otherwise, if you
No,
send me your
no.
number, then I can either join the group or I can send it to you separately, like I do to Julian.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But let's connect afterwards.
And just for those who are joining for the first time, we have a request that when somebody else is saying something or giving a poem, we put ourselves onto mute. Yep.
Just to avoid that. So that's all right. So welcome everybody. Lovely to have new faces around. We have Lata and a long time suspects like Vritti and the re-Christianed CJ now. So let's wonderful to have them around us. In fact, I've been thinking about them a lot for translating English into Hindi and Hindi to English. There's nothing to beat you, sir. And Vritti, of course, we remember with much fondness as our regular participants in our poetry. So with that, let's kick it off. And I'm going to first ask Omkarji. In fact, when I thought of the topic, the first person who did come to my mind was Omkarji. Omkar has got some, lovely pithy poems. And in a topic like this, he can be at his best. Omkarji, the stage is yours.
Thank you. This time I could not work much on the topic, but I have written a couple of poems, very small poems. So both are in Hindi, small poems. The first one is, बहुत दिन हुए बालकनी में चलते हैं, बात करते हैं. That is the topic, ना? Let us talk, बात करते हैं. बहुत दिन हुए बालकनी में चलते हैं, बात करते हैं. ऐसे बात करते हैं कि मुंडेर पर बैठी चिड़िया बिना डरे बैठी रही. ऐसे बात करते हैं कि मुंडेर पर बैठी चिड़िया बिना डरे बैठी रहे. कलियां रोक दे खिलना, कलियां रोक दे खिलना, सूखे पत्ते चिपके रहे शाखों से, सूखे पत्ते चिपके रहे शाखों से. हवाएं कान लगा दें, दीवारें सांस रोक ले, ठिठक कर रुक जाएं सूरज की किरणें. आज कुछ बात करते हैं, इस तरह बात करते हैं कि बात करना छिपा न रहे, पर बात का पता भी न चले. आज कुछ अलग करते हैं, होठों को सिल लेते हैं, आज आंखों से बात करते हैं.
Very nice.
This is the one. Second one is another small poem. I'll just finish the second one.
No hurry, no hurry.
वह मुझसे कहती है कभी तो कुछ कहो, पर मैं चुप रहता हूं. वह मुझसे कहती है कभी तो कुछ कहो, पर मैं चुप रहता हूं. मैं चाहता हूं कि मेरे बिना कहे वह समझ जाए कि मुझे क्या कहना है. मैं चाहता हूं कि मेरे बिना कुछ कहे वह समझ जाए कि मुझे क्या कहना है. वह सोचती है जब मेरे पास भाषा भी है और जबान भी, तो मैं कहता क्यों नहीं. वह सोचती है जब मेरे पास भाषा भी है और जबान भी, तो मैं कहता क्यों नहीं. कभी कभी मुझे लगता है कि उसे सब पता है, कभी कभी मुझे लगता है कि उसे सब पता है, पर उसके कान चाहते हैं कि मेरी जबान से सुने बार बार वही बात जो वह पहले से जानती है. Thank you.
Lovely.
Very nice. Actually, you should have recited this one first and then the second one later as
Very
an
nice.
answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, very nice. Very,
Apologies to our non-Hindi speakers. It's these two poems are impossible to translate. Even in
Yes,
the
very, very difficult.
in which
Very
you skill
difficult.
it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
it is, the sensibilities are so uniquely. Yes, Ravi. Ravi, you want?
Yeah, the first poem interested me quite a bit because the images are all of non-human elements which seem to participate in the human's world of speech till you confront the human voice and then there is silence.
Yeah.
That I think was a very interesting poetic turn that you gave.
Yes, we noticed that
Thank you.
uh, the connection with nature and the silence, sometimes that speaks louder
Yes.
than anything else. Wonderful, Omkarji. You have not disappointed us as usual.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. All right, whenever you want to leave, Omkarji, just
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
redox. We have got redox, which in chemistry is the reduction and oxygenation reactions. Yes, sir, redox. Could you introduce yourself? Put on your camera so that we can see you. Can you hear us? He should be able to hear us. He or she, I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. Mr. or Ms. Redox can keep on listening to us. I would like to move on my table, and I'd like to invite Julian next. I'm cognizant that Malaysia is getting late, so while we have them awake and alert, let's get them on. Julian, you wanna go next? Do you have anything for us today?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, welcome, Julian. Yeah. We missed you last time.
Okay. So the theme is talk to me, right? Just trying to find a poem that fits the theme.
You wanna take a minute, or
No, I found it. I just need to share screen.
all right?
Can you enable that?
Yeah, sure. Just a second. It's security, no? Share screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
Yeah,
for
I
it.
can do it. Give me a sec. Better highlight it. Mm.
Okay, I think live streaming should be on now.
Yeah, it's on now.
It's on. All right. Hey, hang on. I think hang on, guys. No, Ravi, Chandra.
Are you trying to live stream? Yeah, it's streaming live on YouTube, it says.
Go on, Julian. I think all is okay now.
Okay. This is called Shh, Meet Me. Meet me like a ghost on Halloween night. Meet me around the back, hidden and out of sight. Meet me at the corner store. We stole those gummy bears, you know where. Meet me at the same secret spot. Yes, that one. They won't find us there. Meet me by the river, caught fish, carved our names on that oak tree. Meet me under the bridge after he beat you. Cry over the same old stories. Meet me on that beach at sunset. We'll watch and name all the colors changing hue. Meet me after the rain at the end of the rainbow when my sky is no longer blue. Meet me in that cafe after lunch when it's empty. Try desserts you approve. Meet me at that old pub, the table in the darkest corner, a little high and confused. Meet me in that Zoom room, my password locked just for us. Meet me so we can chat all night, reminisce on the way it was. Meet me in church after confession by the grotto for goss on the latest scandals. Meet me at the cemetery where you're buried. Blow out my last candle. Meet me on these lonely nights down on my knees even as I pray. Shh. Don't worry. If anyone asks, I'll know what to say. Meet me. Just meet me.
Wow,
Yes.
that was a dark one.
Lovely.
Yeah, and a profound
Yeah.
one as such. Lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was brilliant, Julian. Your brilliance as usual. Wonderful, wonderful. We'll get back to you if you have time. Yeah, Ravi. Ravi, go.
Yeah, I just want to say that Julian has once again proved how, in a masterly fashion, he can handle the language, the the manner in which you can seamlessly bridge the emotions with the tonality of your voice, of the speaking voice. It's so very well done. That in fact infuses a certain charge in your poems. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Ravi. Just keeping track of my other device. That's all. Okay, thank you, Julian. Wonderful stuff out here. Loved it. And moving on, Ravi, our other guest from Malaysia. You want
Thank you.
to do
Share
this? Yeah.
screen. Just let me try and enlarge this. Yeah, probably it's much better visible now.
Yeah.
I did this poem barely a few minutes ago, just to try and see if I could keep with the theme of the day. Will you then talk to me? Do you remember my telling you of that day when I found myself sitting alone by the highway upon a well-cemented platform under a peepal tree? I was lost then, like never before. The cars whizzing past me were like dreams I had missed, a future so disconnected from my sordid now. The cars talked to me, though, of success I had not dared think of. The tarmac stretched like a cruel joke into a chimeric possibility that would be mine if I could shrug off my present despondency. Who talked to me then? I was such a disappointment. But in you, I had found a lean-to in the storm of my youth. That too was but a notion. I had no courage to ask you to talk to me, the possibility of a simple conversation at times grows monstrous. I had always stood and watched for that moment when the key for the line clear would not be caught by the fireman on his sweat-slick forearm. Between the receiver and the transmitter, there can be no conversation, while life, like a speeding train, rushes past the platform. Who will I find to talk to on a platform where none arrive? But do I want anyone to talk to me? What can anyone say? What do I want anyone to say? But do you remember at all of all that I told you, of my misgivings, my failures, and my hope that I too might one day dream long enough to wake into one? Now that I have told you, will you then talk to me?
Oh, very good. Very good.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Good. Wonderful.
Sorry about a few glitches in spelling and in grammar. I'll have to redo it. I didn't have time to take a relook at it.
Yeah, that's the poetic voice.
And I noticed the reference to the railway station and the platform in this also, as one had seen in your previous poems that you had shared some time back. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming
No,
from
but
a
on this, I just wanted to say that many poets have some fixations, like about Gulzar, Hindi songwriter. In many of his songs, you will see the moon coming again and again and again.
Hmm. Talking about fixations, we have Chinmay,
Yes.
who has been fixated with bougainvilleas for quite some time.
Yes.
His series on bougainvilleas is beautiful. Correct. Excellent. Good. Okay, I'm going to ask Mr. or Miss Redux to chime in and see if their audio and video is working, so that we know who's on the other side of this line. If you can, okay. Sometimes the hardware or technology, as called nowadays, doesn't come up to speed. I will then request Lataji to join us with her poem. She's a new person, so we all welcome her wholeheartedly to this forum. And then she's doing this for the first time. Lataji, please unmute yourself, put on your camera, and share any poetry you have with us today. Unmute, Lataji. Right.
Today, I would like to be excused because it's for the first time I'm doing it. But then, while listening to the others, I just wrote down a few lines in Hindi. पतझड़ में सूखे पत्ते शाखों से गिरते रहे, मैं झाड़ू लगाती रही और वो गिरते रहे. आश्चर्य की बात यह थी कि जैसे ही सूरज ढलने लगा, पत्ते गिरना बंद हो गए और यूं लगा जैसे कुदरत उन परिंदों को सोने देना चाहती है, क्योंकि वो उनके सोने का समय है. मेरे हाथ अनायास ही ऊपर उठ गए, यह कहते हुए, वाओ कुदरत, तेरी करामात बड़ी ही अद्भुत है. So it felt like the God wants the birds to sleep without disturbing them with the falling of the dry leaves from the trees.
Very nice, Lata.
Very nice. I mean, for a spontaneous
Very
poem,
nice. Very
I think
nice.
that is lovely.
Ve-
And you might be giving competition to Jasbir, who also writes on the fly. Yeah, you give her a topic, and 5 minutes later you have a 2-page poem. So with that introduction, let me invite Jasbir to see what we have today. Thank you, Lataji. Thank you very much, and hopefully you will join us more often. We have this once a week, but
Sure.
there's also an in-person meet, and then the last Saturday of the month.
Once a month, Rajiv. Once a month.
Yes, once a month in person, once a month virtual
Yeah.
is what we can do. What's doable there? Jasbir, you there? She has gone off to cook some
Yeah. I'm there. And I heard the great introduction you gave me. I'm not that. Come off it.
Just be put on your
So in
camera,
a
yeah. Let us see you also.
okay, I'll try. You know what? In the last, I just attended the book session, and as I switched on the camera, I disappeared. So the whole thing went off. That's why I'm not. Wait, I'll just try.
Really try. It was the same Zoom thing, no? Because
Yeah, same. Your Zoom. You gave them.
Oh.
Thanks for giving us a Zoom on our
book,
poetry. Sorry.
It was barely being used, the account, so feel
Yeah.
happy to share it.
Okay. Can you see me?
We can see you. We can see you. You're good.
Okay. Hope
So
it
just be.
stays. Okay. So it is talk to me. That's a topic. So here I go. I sit in my rocking chair. Rich memories of the yore surround me. Different emotions flit by. I wish I had someone to share them with. Friends, siblings, spouse, kids, grandkids, servants. No one has the time to talk to me. The list of friends is long, like an encyclopedia on the social media, with whom I celebrate diverse festivals day in and day out, share messages of good day and thought for the day. I shout out for a meetup. No one has the time to talk to me. I rock myself to a resigned me. I'm encircled by love, respect, and an old one whose blessings all seek at my feet. Yet, inside, I'm the same old child. I try to fake that I'm a sage. I try to chant God's name all in vain. All I want is someone talk to me. I have so much to tell about my power and about the power and position I held, about things mundane, my aches and pains, and help me listen to my rare voice, for I hardly speak. I'm not a poet that can carry on endless metaphorical dialogues with the sun, moon, and the stars, flora and fauna. Folks, I need you to uphold me. Don't give up on me before I lose my mind to Alzheimer's. Talk to me. Thank you.
Very good,
Yes.
very good.
Very nice.
Very
A very,
That's what I'm.
a very nice thought, Jaspir,
Yes.
and probably true for so many people.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Beautifully done. Yeah.
Well, I can see it absolutely drawing. I'm drawing to it
Yes.
nearly.
It's creeping on you. upon you.
We are
It's scary.
Yeah,
we're all
these days I
getting
guess it's quite common. We all forget things and we all forget people around us. So
Yes.
yeah, it's a very thoughtful thing to write as
Yeah,
such.
it
Yeah,
was a thoughtful
that's-
poem.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jaspreet. Thank you. Okay, let's go around. Vritti, you got anything for us today?
I think I am going to pass it on for the next time.
All right. Okay, that's all right. We're just delighted to have you here. So that's good. Okay, going around. Chinmay, hey, you're next on on my screen. You wanna take it away, Chinmay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll read few like small ones I've written long time ago. First goes like it's called Ab Bolo Bhi. चुप क्यों हो अब बोलो भी चुप क्यों हो अब बोलो भी कुछ गिरहें बांधो और कुछ गांठें खोलो भी मेरा कहना हुआ अब बस मेरा कहना हुआ अब बस, अब बात शहद तुम घोलो भी, चुप क्यों हो अब बोलो भी.
वेरी नाइस, बहुत बढ़िया.
Very nice, Chinmay. Where are you now?
Yeah, very nice.
Delhi, back to Delhi.
Delhi, back to Delhi. We saw that lovely photo. I
Yeah.
mean, the painting that you sent from the New York.
Yeah.
Great to
Thanks, Chinmay. Chinmay, you got anything else
Yeah.
apart from? Yeah.
It's a small one again.
Mhm.
दोपहरें थक कर बैठ जाती हैं, शाम की दहलीज पर चुप. दोपहरें थक कर बैठ जाती हैं, शाम की दहलीज पर चुप. रात पास अब होती नहीं, दिन की कोई कहानी. रात पास अब होती नहीं, दिन की कोई कहानी. कुछ कहो तुम यूं कि नींद आए.
Yes,
बहुत बढ़िया.
lovely.
Really nice.
Lovely, lovely. Yes, कुछ कहो तो तुमके नींद आए. Say something so that you can go to sleep.
Chinmay doesn't disappoint you at all.
He doesn't
Never.
disappoint any time.
Is
Chinmay
quite
is-
consistent, really.
Thank you.
His poems are
Ravi?
very silky, very
Yeah.
silky. The
Oh, yeah.
choice of words is very good.
Yeah, and the way
Yeah.
he recite also is beautiful, actually.
Thank you.
Ravi, you had your hand raised for us. You're on mute, Ravi.
Ravi, you're on mute.
Yeah, I was. I just wanted to say how Alzheimer's is such a terrible thing to happen. We do not know what's going on in the mind of the patient, but whether communication, whether the person can hear, understand us, because a person who's in advanced Alzheimer's not even make signs. The eyes don't move. The only hope is that whatever we are saying is being comprehended by the other. But it's terrible. It's terrible to be in that situation, because it's one disease which completely denies the human possibility of communication. So totally, so absolutely.
Yes, right. Yes. I think some of us have been dealing as caregivers to our older parents, and even without Alzheimer's, there is a considerable distress when we see our loved ones suffering.
Yeah.
And then this is really the ultimate. Okay, thank you, Ravi. Thanks a lot for your observations. Okay, I think we have almost gone, unless Redox wants to say something. We are almost done, but that's all right. Let me share a poem or two, and then I'll ask Cyrus to step in with his song. And then we'll go for second rounds if we are so inclined. Let me just share my screen. Can I share my screen? Okay. All right, just a second. Something I can't do. All right, maybe I can do this. All right, morning vanitas. Weeding the moss, a local boy tends the folly the new gardener created on the patio. A loose quilt of greens, the weeds' greens are seen to violate. Every day something to exclude to survive. I cut you out of this my life. That's one. And
Who is this by, Rajiv?
this is by a poet I discovered over the weekend, in fact. And let me just it's Maureen McLean, Maureen N. McLean, MAUREEN, McLean, MCLANE. And I have really been blown away by her poetry. She wrote a poem in the last New Yorker. That's how I started chasing her down. In fact, I posted it on the group, WhatsApp group also, a poem, her poem. What I'm looking for is an unbarked door we will walk through, and there, whatever we had wished for beyond the door. What I'm looking for is a golden bowl carefully repaired, a complete world sealed along cracked lines. What I'm looking for may not be there. What you're looking for may not be me. I'm listening for the return of that sound I heard in the woods just now. The silvery sound that seemed to call, not only to me.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
That's a small poem, and let me finish this with another poem by her. It's called Inscription. Not far from the Chandrabar and the Nervi Belvedere, I drink this beer under an awning on the Passeggiata Anita Garibaldi. A kayak flotilla choreographed quintet heading east and easter. The French Alps outlined in a faint blue to our west. My t-shirts plain white and cheap, an affront to the strollers, jeweled and jacketed. Though here and there a loose jogger lowers the tone almost to my level. And a young mother and a posse of teens, newly gelatoed, pass by. Serena, hearts, Lucas, names on stone.
Wow.
So I love
Very
this in the
nice.
sense,
Look at the imagery in
newly,
that.
newly
Yeah.
gelatoed, when you pick up an ice cream,
Yeah.
and inscriptions on stones around their necklaces, presumably.
And the French Alps, and you're sitting under the awning. Beautiful.
Yes, I mean, I was a little carried away by oh, how do I have I stopped sharing my screen?
No, your screen is still on.
Okay, hang on. Let me stop this.
It's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was quite taken in, and I got her book, which I want to read later on. But here are a few snapshots from her lovely poetry. With that, let me hand over the mic to Saras for a song of the evening. Saras, you will take it away.
Sure. So, when communication between people breaks down, and despite all apologies and from one side, cruel words are spoken, and one person is often left wondering why. As Annie Lennox asks in this song. And the song is called Why. How many times do I have to try to tell you that I'm sorry for the things I've done? Ooh. when I start to try to tell you, that's when you have to tell me, hey, this kind of trouble's only just begun. Ooh. I tell myself too many times, why don't you ever learn to keep your big mouth shut? That's why it hurts so bad to hear the words that keep on falling from your mouth. Falling from your mouth. Falling from your mouth. Tell me why. I may be mad, I may be blind, I may be viciously unkind, but I can still read what you're thinking. And I've heard it said too many times that you'd be better off besides. Why can't you see this boat is sinking? This boat is sinking. Let's go down to the water's edge, and we can cast away those doubts. Some things are better left unsaid, but they still turn me inside out. Turn me inside out. Turn me inside out, tell me why. This is the book I've never read. These are the words I've never said. This is the path I'll never tread. These are the dreams I'll dream instead. This is the joy that seldom spread. These are the fears, this is shed. This is the fear, this is the dread. These are the contents of my head. And these are the years that we've spent. And this is what they represent. And this is how I feel. Do you know how I feel? I don't think you know. I don't think you know how I feel. You don't know how I feel.
Beautiful. Very
Yes.
This was more than beautiful, actually, Cyrus.
Lovely.
So
This
good
was
to
one
hear
of
you
my-
live again. Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite songs.
When communication breaks down, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we all can relate to it in some way or the other, somewhere in our life that has happened.
Yes.
Cyrus, I'm not much into music. I mean, I'm tone deaf, though I love listening to songs. However, when you were singing, I was reminded of Santayana and Perry Como. I do not know if rightly or wrongly, but I was reminded of some of their wonderful renderings.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Cyrus.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for a gem of a song. This has been on my favorite playlist for a long time. So
It's a brilliant song. I really like it.
lovely to hear a slight variation to this.
Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Good. Okay, now we are ready for seconds around the table. Julian, you want to go for a second round out here?
Mm.
Yes, Julian, we agree with you. That was a difficult song, with its high pitches and low.
Yeah. So this is perhaps timely because there was an eclipse.
Yeah.
Look, yeah. Eclipse of tears. No, America, you don't get to tear up over an eclipse. When you blot the sun out with bombs that obliterate, moon the world with your tone-deaf blindness, vote in dumbed-down presidents carpeting us with sadness, with front-page taglines touting democracy dies in darkness while ceasefire-abstaining chief commanders strut in shades. No, you don't get to complain about cloud cover when killer drones hover, rain down clearly on women, children, and aid targets. Visibility is overrated when the living can't be seen. They say the sun never sets on empires, but the moon, 400 times smaller, reminds us that even the tiny can shut down big brothers. That those that revolve and watch over you, casualties of your big bangs, are not dead, worthless satellites, but influences of your own humanity. Not collateral damage, but forgotten deities that come back again and again and rise to haunt you, sky gods from your past, double downing on your own future orangey apocalypse.
Wow.
Okay.
And I liked there is a double entendre about the orangey apocalypse. Yeah, with both Agent Orange and Mr. Orange. Yeah,
Very nice, Julian.
very nicely done.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Yes, that and may I say that was also a difficult poem to pen. It was not one of those nice and easy flowing which flows easily. Thank you, Julia. Lovely stuff. Okay, going around again. Jasbir, you got anything to tell us? Talk to me, Jasbir. Talk to me.
Yeah, you know what? I had taken out that Kadam, the one you had sent, but I think I've lost it. Anyways, I wanted to read that. That was such a beautiful poem that you shared on the WhatsApp, remember?
Yeah, which one was that?
You said
Recently?
it's a Hindi classic, with Subhadra.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Whichever,
yes, yes.
yeah. So I had, I had that somewhere and I lost it. Anyways, so
Okay,
let
all right.
somebody else, yeah, I pass it on.
All right. Thanks. Okay, going around. Ravi, anything from you, sir?
Yeah, I could do either a poem that might be a little difficult for you to concentrate on because it's multilingual, though when I put in words from another language, the translation in English follows. Would you like me to do that?
Yes, let's do difficult poems as well. I know difficult poems are a trouble to perform because you need to actually read the words to get the full impact of it. But hey, let's do it.
Yeah, it's called A Farewell. It starts with the last two lines from Pitru Sukta. And then, well, it goes on. I quote one or two poets from Kannada. And then it ends again with from Rigveda, a ritualistic immersion of the ashes, the mantra that is uttered just before the ashes are immersed. Here it goes, a farewell. E agnidagdha, anagnidagdha, madhye divaha swadhya madhyante tobihi swaraksha suniti metam yatavasham tanvam kalpayasya. Whoever has been by fire burnished or unburnished, yet by choice resides happily in mid-heaven. Whoever deserves life anew, O Agni, accord to that body its wish and the form desired. I chanted the last of the verses and offered the god of fire due sacrifice, hoping that I need not, like Bhagirath, wait for a millennium till a drop of tear may drip from the eyes of those who commit nations to war and order a million dead. Nanenu Gommatanalla, Buddhanu Allah, Parashu Modale Allah. I am neither Gommata nor Buddha, certainly no Parashu am I, to single-handedly keep at bay a wrathful humanity or to deliver mankind from its trials. When a morning Shiva burned the god of desire, did he realize that a smouldering ember would unseen remain in the heart of humanity, only to blaze forth like a forest fire in summer, to incinerate time and again all in its wake? Why fear the waves of stormy seas when nothing exists on earth but this desert, with all rivers sunk? I cannot call upon the boatman, the Ambiga, like Akka did, having seen him softer than jasmine, and fairer too beyond compare. Though my throat is parched, my heart resonates with prayer, along with that old man, Darabendre, from another town. Iliduba Tai, Iliduba, descend on earth, my mother, descend, seeking a little damp in which the burnt bones and the heap of ash of all those kinsmen of mine, wherever a war was fought, may dissolve and flow free beyond. Yantu deva gana sarve puja madaya mamakim ishta karma samriddhayartam punaragamanyacha. May all the divinities receive these offerings in prayer made. May they depart only to return to bless this earth with prosperity. Thank you.
Wow.
That is
Wow, one couldn't just understand.
That was deep and profound, actually.
Very deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
this poem just blew me away, man. This is deep. This is wonderful, Ravi. Wonderful. Really
Thank
enjoyed
you. Thanks very
Really.
much.
Okay.
Do
Yeah,
you
and,
mind sharing?
can you
Can you
say
share
again?
that in the chat group,
Yes.
Ravi? Yeah.
Yeah, Ravi, if you can paste that in the chat group, and I will be happy to post it on WhatsApp. I think it deserves a wider audience
It does.
than just the 9 of us.
Okay, I could do that. It's already on Facebook, actually, in Singapore Writing Month. This thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
share
please
it.
do that because a lot of us don't do Facebook seriously.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't do Facebook seriously. I just do it.
But yeah, okay. I could do that. I could post it. You want me to post it here? Is it?
Yeah, then I can copy it away, and then I'll put it somewhere so that I can put it on WhatsApp later. All right, excellent. You got something new for us? Something more for us? Chinmay?
I missed that. Okay. I can read something. It's
Read a
called.
Bougainvillea.
Oh, okay. Sure. Why not?
While you dig out the Bougainvillea poem, let me share your while you dig out your fixations. Let me talk about my weekly fixation and another poem by Maureen McLean. And this is the one I posted on WhatsApp, but let me read it out again because I think it deserves a second read. Haptographic interface. I am a Keats bot So are you. Our living hands held toward each other on the internet. Solution suite. I stood on a peak in Darien, Googled my error. I am so colonial, I am tubercular. My alveoli swell my actual blood, your actual blood. We made love. I planted basil. I planted your head in my basil pot. I cut it off in my head, and in my head planted your head in a basil pot. We call this imagination or fancy. Debate, which you debate whatever you want. You want a draft of vintage, blushful, but the fountain is dry. The spring, the well's gone dry. The inkwell, this AI can't use, but knows algorithmically. This living hand that lives, and lo, the death mask of publication, a scholar says at a conference in Germany, Dusseldorf or Biarritz, I clearly made the wrong choice. I went to Rome and died. You lived on and married someone else. You whore Fanny. That's what I say gravely. I am John Keats. Men do whatever they can over and over and over, and we try to restrain them, by which I mean us, or redirect them. But today's retronym is human writer. I had a miraculous year. It's a difficult read, but I think
Wow.
it deserves a second or third read. Right, Ravi, I got your phone number. Thanks. Okay, Chinmay, back to you.
Yeah. So here it goes. कहो बनोगी मेरी बोगनवेलिया, सोच लो न होंगे समृद्धि के स्पर्श कोमल, अपितु जंजालों का झाड़ होगा। न खुशबू कोई न थाल पूजा के सजोगी, अनदेखी सी किंतु नितांत मेरी, कहो बनोगी मेरी बोगनवेलिया।
On this note, Chinmay, I want to ask you: did you actually propose your wife like this?
We'll talk about that later.
Now that's
Okay,
that's
there is a
asking.
story. There is a story for sure.
Okay.
मिल गया, it goes like मिल गया मुझे तेरे मौन का उत्तर, बेहतर है मायनों के गणित में चूक मान, मुस्कुरा तो लूंगा। कि बोगेनवेलिया का सच फिर सच ही है ना। हाँ, नहीं है वो फूलदानों में सस्ती कोई लिली या डाहेलिया, या न गजरे की जूही बेली, न गुलदस्ते का गुलाब और क्रिजेंथेमम, या ईश के शीश चढ़ता अष्टदल कमल, मेरे आंगन की चौवगली दीवार पर इठलाती, मुस्कुराती, संभाव, निश्चल, सरल, झूमती हर ऋतु मेरी बोगनवेलिया।
Ooh.
Evergreen.
Lovely to hear it again after many years.
After a long time.
Yes, after a long time. So refreshing. In fact, for people who don't know, there is a whole book on bougainvilleas. Did you publish that book, Chinmay?
Not yet. Do you want me to read the translation as well?
Let me ask maybe Julian or Ravi. Ravi, did you get the bougainvillea context? Ravi, you're on mute.
Yeah, I did. I did, but I don't know about Julian. Julian may not be able to.
Julian, did you get it?
I'm happy to hear the translation.
Okay.
Okay, and I mean, I'm building a Chinmay up here now, but Chinmay is the best person I know to translate contextually and with the right sensibilities between these two languages, at least. So,
I
Chinmay,
agree.
over to you.
I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you. Deliberate as you must, It won't be an eternal sunshine of prosperity, but a prickly, stifling life. An ordinarily odorless, ritual free, unordained, unknown identity, yet unconditionally mine. Would you be my bougainvillea? Your silence.
Bougainvillea, Chinmay, just a second. Bougainvillea in Malaysia is known as a paper flower, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, if anybody wants to correct me, I don't know how popular it
Yeah,
is in
yeah,
Bougainvillea.
yeah, it is. Actually, I have written a poem on where it is called paper flower and why it is called like that. So
Okay,
I have a series, I mean, a poem like that as well.
okay. Go on. Sorry.
No, no, not a problem. Your silence told me everything, or I loved the idea of not knowing, for I could chuckle, wondering if I was wrong. For I could not change the reality. It's not embellished pot full of lilies and dahlias, or the fragrant braided jasmines, neither a bouquet of sumptuous roses and chrysanthemum, nor the glorious lotus gracing the Lord itself. Instead, blooming around my courtyard, jiggling, laughing, simple, unassuming, tender and soft, ever growing and dancing, you are my bougainvillea.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Frankly, I think the English translation is better than the bloody original. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, Chinmay does a wonderful job of translating
Wonderful
his.
job.
That's his beauty, actually.
Uh,
You listen to either of them, you'll feel it's nice. He confuses you.
yes, yes. And I'm delighted to see Sarayu here. Sarayu,
Ah,
are you there? Oh yes, she is. In all her glory. Hey, Sarayu, you're looking great.
Oh my God. Ladies back in Delhi.
I don't know, she's back in Delhi. Sarayu,
You're on
unmute.
mute. You're on
Unmute and
mute.
stop giggling.
I have been in Delhi. I'm very much here. Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
and what
see you
about
there.
those glasses?
I have
Yeah.
been wearing glasses since class fourth, but I was like on and off, I did not wear it because of, being
Yeah.
conscious. But now I think
That's,
it's back in vogue, so I'm wearing. So I have.
if anybody wants to listen to poetry about being conscious in the early years of life, it is it is Sarayu's poetry.
Yeah.
She does some kick-ass poetry. Sarayu, have you got anything interesting for us today?
It may not be very interesting because I've written after a long time. So, but I've
That's all
written
right.
something. Yeah.
That's all right. We are happy to hear.
Okay. This scene is unforgettable, disturbing, and unsettling. As I was tying my laces of my brand new shoes, ready to take a run, but that day was no fun, as he decided to part ways with her. She decided to give her last shot without an iota of thought. Talk to me. Please talk to me. Leave me alone, said he. I beg of you, please talk to me. Not for a second in this can I be. For one last time, listen to my plea. Please talk to me. I want us to stay this way, and I shall do whatever you say. And he left her midway without a heed. There are many on earth who don't know their worth. It can be you, me, or any, losing yourself in the name of companionship. For the want of it and not the need of it. Bickering and crying, stooping so low, willing to forego a lot, but at what cost? Unrecognizable by your own soul, bending enough to break. She called him 1,000 times with a broken heart, flimsily strung together by a thread of imaginary hope. Her fingers confidently and shamelessly dialing and redialing the number imprinted on her mind's memory card, till the voice of the phone broke the voices in her head, saying, the dial number does not exist. It's been a while, and for quite some time it felt like the neck was gripped by a noose, breathless and suffocating, the mind constantly contemplating about the things of the past. A sigh I take as I run in the park in my brand new shoes after a long break.
Wow,
Oh,
Sarayu. Sarayu,
he's back.
beautiful.
I mean, nothing to beat you for melancholy poems, are you?
Yes.
I know.
Yes, you take pleasure in
Because he
that.
was telling me not to write on sad themes, but I don't know why I write on,
Yes,
you
no, no, it's
know,
okay. No, it's
you know.
okay. Some people are inspiration is that. So
And
I think
Sarayu is such a bubbly person, so full of life, so beautiful.
Even if I'm happy, I still choose to write on such themes. And I was so fortunate to interact with Jasbir ji personally, like, the wonderful
yeah,
time with him. Yeah.
fantastic,
Same
fantastic,
here,
Sarai.
same here,
Thank
same
you.
here.
And we are neighbors. We stay quite close to each other, Jasbir ji and me.
Acha, really?
Yeah.
I thought you studied
Yeah.
somewhere across the Yamuna, but
No, I'm staying in Lajpat Nagar.
you're staying Lajpur. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, Cyrus, you wanna end up the session with the song? Do you have something?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Before you go, let me ask if anybody has got anything. Please raise your hand if you want to share a loved poem while we let Cyrus tune his guitar. Okay, Cyrus,
All right.
you have the mic. Yeah.
So, the topic being Talk to Me. This song is an offer of a ear to listen to and a shoulder to cry on for someone who is depressed and lost. And it's a song called Sad Lisa by Cat Stevens. She hangs her head and cries on my shirt. She must be hurt very badly. Tell me what's making you sadly. Open the door, don't hide in the dark. You're lost in the dark, you can trust me. 'Cause you know that's how it must be. Lisa, Lisa, sad Lisa, Lisa. Her eyes like windows, trickling rain upon her pain getting deeper. Though my love wants to relieve her, she walks all alone from wall to wall. Lost in a hall, she can't hear me. Though I know she likes to be near me. Lisa, Lisa, sad Lisa, Lisa. She sits in a corner by the door. There must be more I can tell her. If she really wants me to help her, I'll do what I can to show her the way. And maybe someday I will free her. Though I know no one can see her. Lisa, Lisa, sad Lisa, Lisa.
Lovely.
As usual, lovely.
Thank you.
Yes. You have sung quite upbeat songs today, Saras. Love them. Both the songs. Absolutely. All right. With this, it's time to wrap up. I think we had a decent audience. We had decent participation, and it's on YouTube. So encourage your loved ones or your friends to go have a look. And if they want to join us, of course, most welcome. And with that, let me close the session today. And thank you again for coming in. And we'll see you again next month.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye
everyone.
all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
Bye bye.